guys, it's Stephen here, and this is a bit of a different video today. The other day I was live at Manchester City's We're Not Really Here show for the Liverpool game alongside Richard Dunne and Shaun and Ali Banawi via video link nonetheless. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I did record some behind the scenes footage, but unfortunately lots of it didn't really have the mic working. This mic above me, it kind of failed when I was interviewing Shaun and loads of other things. But I still wanted to show you some of the behind the scenes footage. So what I'm going to do is kind of introduce it, cut to some footage, and then probably cut back in again with me talking about it, and essentially just kind of guide you through the whole day really. So I think I'll start with me outside the ground talking about it, and of course, because due to COVID regulations I have to wear a mask every now and then, but for now, here's a very excitable me outside the Etihad, going to get my accreditation before heading up to the Puma box where they filmed it. Guys, it's Stephen here on the match day, Manchester City versus Liverpool, and look where I am. It's the Etihad, actually the Etihad. I'm here for the We're Not Really Here show live on Manchester City's YouTube channel, so fingers crossed I'm going to be able to film a shot or two on this camera. And a little bit out of practice with the old vlogging thing, not done it for ages. I don't know if I'm going to be able to record anything in the ground, but I'm certainly going to try, because I'm going to be there with Shaun, Richard Dunne. Mad. Anyway, it's a big game. Come on, City. Now at this point here, I'm kind of walking through the car park, dead nervous, thinking, am I allowed to have my mask on here because I'm outside, or shall I have it off, or can I film anything, not knowing what I'm doing? And I just kind of lazily walk through the ground thinking, this is really surreal. I'm through to the accreditation bit. It's like Fort Knox in here. It's quite intimidating, if I'm being honest, but I guess necessary. This made me laugh as well, getting my little press pass, which you can probably see on screen right now. And it said pundit. Me a pundit apparently, which was really, really cool and kind of massively blew my mind, as did the thumbnail, which you can see as well, which is me with Goethe and Dunne and everything else. So good. Unfortunately though, my camera lens is a bit broken on the selfie side, so it's a bit blurred, which I'm gutted about because it's got a crack on the screen, but still really, really cool. And also, once again, pundit! Making my way up to the Puma box now to find the crew with his mask on, of course. Hi mate, you alright? You alright? I'm very early, sorry.
No worries at all.
Honestly, look how cool this place is. This is the studio right now. Life-size Teddy DICKOV. I'm sorry, Paul. I love you. How cool is that though? If not vaguely terrifying. Loads of cool boots. Right over here. It's me in the mirror. Now I've also got as well my pundit pass, because apparently I'm a pundit now. What am I doing? Absolute blagging it. Got myself a brew though. Nice. I'm going to be sat on here with Richard Dunne, Shaun and SPELLMAN, pretending to know what I'm talking about. Plot spoiler, I don't know what I'm talking about. And the best bit is this view out here now. Through the door. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, just wow, just wow, just wow, just wow. Seriously, this is so cool right now. This is exactly stuff I've been missing for absolutely ages. So I'm going to be sitting here with Shaun and Richard Dunne, watch the game, back in there for the analysis. You've just seen me go inside that box as well. I tell you what, that box is absolutely gorgeous. That is Puma's box, which they use for games, and I guess at the moment it's turned into a makeshift studio, I guess, on Manchester City's YouTube channel, and it was really cool in there. It looks absolutely beautiful. And as I walked out as well and looked down into the stadium, they're actually doing the briefing for the stewards. My dad's actually a steward, so I could kind of see him. I didn't film him because it looked a bit dodgy if I was filming the camera over the side, but it was so weird to see my dad sat down there, him having no idea I was stood above him thinking, "Hi Dad." Funny enough, my dad is just over there getting his security briefing right now. back in the Etihad. I'm so excited right now. I tell you what, I really miss being here. I just miss being here. I feel very lucky and very privileged right now, honestly. I know I'm very lucky. But you know, this is life. Hopefully we'll all be back here very soon at the moment, because it's not the same without fans. I'm in the ground, I'm very lucky here, but it'll be a weird experience, and genuinely, thank you to everyone who watches the videos. I'd never in a million years thought I'd be back here again. It's crazy. I'm backstage here now with Shaun and Dunne over there, and Shaun is just ranting about how great Ali Benarbia is, man. Like,
But when we got in the game, we were all like, "Oh my word, what a player!" No, he was absolutely superb, next level player. Could certainly play for me in this city quarantine. He was absolutely quality.
It was such a great time for the club. Stephen, I'm guessing as well, fond memories for you.
Wonderful football, you know. We'd had around then we'd had some pretty negative years, unfortunately, hadn't we? But that team was just, it was bombastic, it was fiery, it was passionate, it was just loads of goals, pure attacking football. If anyway, it was kind of nearly, not quite as fun as now, if we're being honest, but it was nearly as fun as that. I just remember just being in love with that side, and the boldness of the team in general, like no respect in a good way for the opposition.
that was just a clip from Manchester City's YouTube channel. We went live for a while, for like 50 minutes before the game. We chatted to Ali Benarbia. Richard Dunne and Shaun were absolutely lovely, and this bit now is my favourite bit entirely.
And it gives me great pleasure to welcome onto the show for the first time Stephen McInerney. Welcome to your followers, probably better known as Esteemed Kompany. How are you
Such
today?
a bad pun, isn't it? Such a bad pun. I'm good. I can't believe I'm sat here, to be honest. I feel like pinching myself constantly, surrounded by genuine legends. So thank you so much, my heroes here. Stephen. I peaked. I might as well just go home now, can't
Honestly, you keep thinking, this is the beauty of the show, Stephen. You think you've peaked and it gets better and better.
Shaun actually just chanting my name. I mean, I've just peaked in life. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, the first half obviously was crushingly boring.
Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev. No!
We just watched it side outside with Kel Spellman, the presenter, lovely fella by the way, and a massive Bert, and of course Dunne and Goater as well. And hearing them chat about football during the game was so fascinating for me as a layman, because they were so tactically aware. You could see him going, why is he doing that? Because he needs to be over there, and so on. And Shaun in particular was so involved in emotion. I absolutely loved that. I felt like I was kind of hearing insider information almost. I mean, he wasn't saying anything about Manchester City that we don't already know in terms of actual info, but it was the way he was looking at it tactically in a very different way from Stephen from Manchester, 35-year-old. He's just a kind of blagger like this. He knew a lot more than me. He knew a lot more than most people, because you could tell he was an ex-pro, and it was absolutely fascinating to watch him and Dunne talk during the game.
Back on for the second. Bit of a Bernardo one. Nearly over now. I've been playing for a point for like 20 minutes.
That was just some random clips of me kind of nervously filming, not knowing if I could film, but I didn't really do it. And eventually, it was over to the full-time show where we had our say, and this is how it ended on the show.
Thank you to Alistair Mann for his commentary. Welcome back to We're Not Really Here with me, Kel Spellman. Joining me is Shaun Goater, Richard Dunne and Steve McInerney.
First half was great. It was exciting, and it sort of, the two teams had slightly different takes on the game and how they were going to approach it, and they both showed that they could hurt each other. You know, and I think when the managers got them in at half time, they said, look, let's keep it safe. Let's play it a little bit more tighter in defensive areas, and yeah, they cancelled each other out in the second half.
And Stephen, I asked you this kind of before the game, talking about we've kind of seen a slightly different City this season. And again, this I think is another game where in that second half in particular, not quite like the City we're used to seeing, would you say, fair to say?
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. To be honest, I thought it was quite a pragmatic performance, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that at this stage of the season once again. I mean, you could tell with 20 minutes left that both managers were kind of happy with a point, I think, and that's understandable.
It was genuinely incredible to be there. They were all absolutely lovely. Shaun Goater was like, mate, I'm going to check out your YouTube channel. Shaun, if you're watching somehow, thank you so much for being absolutely wonderful and making me feel welcome. Honestly, an incredible day. I mean, I'm gutted City didn't get the victory, but it was a surreal experience. And to be honest, I didn't feel like I deserved it. I know a lot of people watching this may feel like I do, but there are City fans who've been going to games a lot longer than me, who've never missed a game, and I felt kind of embarrassed sat there, to be honest, at times, not deserving it and being at the stadium. But I never asked for that, and I'm just honoured to be invited on, and thank you to Manchester City for inviting me on. Hopefully as well, I did you guys proud, and I did Manchester City fans proud. I tried to be my best. I tried to be me, basically, and tried to enjoy it. And I think I said one or two intelligent things. Of course, you can go watch the full videos over on Manchester City's YouTube channel, and it was fantastic. And I've already been told that I'll be coming back on the show again, which is just mind-blowingly good. Yes, I wish the result could have been better, but the experience overall and being behind there, City took it so seriously, obviously with all the COVID regulations, and of course you can't really wear the mask during the actual filming, but we still took everything really seriously, and I felt safe at all times. And it was weird just having that taste of football again in an empty stadium. I mean, the things I took from it personally as well, by the way, is that you hear everyone, you hear all the players. People like Ruben Diaz were so loud and so passionate, and it was great watching them bark orders and be so involved. And it was great just to be there. It felt surreal. I mean, I was saying to Dunne, and Dunne was like, Dunne said the same. It's the first time he's been in the stadium for months. He was like, God, it's weird, isn't it, watching football like this? And I'm like, yeah, I can't remember what it feels like, to be honest. And I felt almost like the game went really fast. And we all said the same. The game went so fast when you're actually in the stadium, as opposed to how slow it feels when you watch it on the TV. And it was weird. It was genuinely weird. And if I'm being honest, it wasn't right. It wasn't really right. I mean, the sooner fans can get back in that stadium, of course it helps the players. Richard Dunne was saying to me that, yeah, of course it helps focus the senses as well. He was saying, like, players definitely prefer playing in front of fans and all that kind of thing, and it definitely wouldn't feel like a training game for him personally. There was loads of fascinating little stories as well. I did ask Richard Dunne at one point when we were talking about Phil Foden getting on, if he'd ever seen a player, asked to come on, whether it's ever worked. And he said, to be honest, he hasn't. He did say at one point, though, he asked Kevin Keegan if he could stay on at half-time, because even though they were down to 10 men, it looks like they were turning the tide. And he kept him on, and they won 3-0. And I was like, Dunne, man, you should have got the credit for that, not for Kevin Keegan. He's like, well, you know how it is. And even hearing, like, Shaun absolutely infused over Ali Benarbia, talking about how good he was and how he was like, he felt like he'd won, like Christmas had come early when he got Benarbia, and him and Dunne, hadn't even really heard much about him at all. And they were like, who's this guy? But even hearing him infuse about how all of a sudden Benarbia was like finding those passes that he didn't think anyone could make. It was fantastic to watch, and I absolutely loved it. But guys, anyway, a weird video, a choppy video, but hopefully you enjoyed the footage. I mean, it's a bit strange, I know. Unfortunately, my camera didn't work, and I forgot my little vlogging camera, so I have to use my big camera now, and the mic doesn't work very well for the shotgun mic, so it's a bit all over the place, unfortunately. But hopefully you enjoyed the content. Let me know what you want me to talk about during the international break, of course, as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as well. Go check out my match reaction, the 5 things learned video from yesterday. What an experience, and thank you to you watching as well. Yeah, you, right there, all of yous, for making this possible, because without all the subscribers and all the views and support and all the social media interactions and everything else, and all the kind words, really, I guess I wouldn't have been there on Sunday. So genuinely thank you. I'm humbled. Every day I get down on my job sometimes, what I'm doing, thinking, what am I doing? It's a waste of time. But then things like that happen, and I feel honestly blessed. Thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoyed the video.